I had an incident happen today, man. I'm in Kroger. And tell me how you feel about this situation. I'm in Kroger, right? Mm-hmm. In the Kroger that I'm at, the line and the self-scan, because you know, you go to Kroger nowadays, you work there. You gotta go through the self-scan. It's two lines open. Mm-hmm. Them joints to the meat department. Mm-hmm. But I'm in Kroger in Clifton, and the way that theirs is set up, the self-scan is set up right with an aisle. So like the line is going into the aisle. It's so long.
Okay.
So I'm standing at the beginning of the aisle, and the walkway for the whole store is right in front of me, like the pass-through. So everybody passing through, and I see this white lady come to my left. I'm standing straight forward. I don't even look over, but I see a white lady come to my left, and she just posted up strongly on the block. Mm-hmm. She posted up, right. B-boy stance.
Right.
Like, and she just staring at me. So I look over, and she just staring at me. So I look back, like I'm just standing in line. And in my mind, I'm knowing that like she probably want to get down this alleyway, but she said nothing. So I just stand there, and she just like, "Excuse me," and I was like, "Okay, if you want to get by, all you gotta say is excuse me." She's like, "You should have moved. You see me standing here." So then I'm like, "Ma'am, you can't just expect nobody to move." I called her ma'am too. I'm not like subbing in that word for another word. I tell you, I'm trying to change my life. So I'm like, "Ma'am, if you want to get by, you gotta speak. Like, I'm not just gonna know what you want to do just because you standing there." And then she get an attitude. "You should have known. If you were a gentleman, you would have just moved." I'm like, "Man, like you're not acting like a gentle lady." I don't know if that's even a term, but you're not acting like you want to be respected right now. You just yelling out of nowhere. You turning up, and then a cop is right behind me. Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, this could go super south real quick, like, because I got this Karen yelling at me, talking about what I should have did for her. Like Jay-Z said, it's never nothing I didn't do for them. It's never nothing I did to them. It's always something I didn't do for them. Yeah. That was one of the he should have put that in the rap. He just said that in the interview, but that was one of his hardest lines. But like, and then she was so mad. Then it's a black dude in line who already had a register, and he like, "Bro, you better than me, bro. You better than me," because I would have told her something about herself. It would have been a lot of vulgarity. I think that's actually the word he said. It would have been a lot of vulgarity. And by this time, she's in a whole nother aisle, and you can hear her screaming. Like, I don't know if she said, "Shut up," like, "You should have moved." She was still yelling from another aisle over. But what do you think? Do you think I handled that situation properly? Do you think I should have just let the lady?
As soon as a woman comes, if you're already there, and this person is coming up too, they supposed to say, "Excuse me."
No matter what gender no matter what's in your pants, man.
Yeah, regardless, if you even if you see them from your peripheral view,
yeah,
you don't know that she's trying to get back. You might think she's trying to just, I'm gonna stand right here next to him. When he moves, I'm gonna slide behind him.
Because I done that before.
And check this person that's really behind him.
Yeah, but when I looked over and seen that she was just staring at me, and I could see the attitude in her eyes, it made me stand even firmer. Like. I'm playing it for real now, because I'm like...
Because you could have, when you looked there, you could have been like, "Oh, do you need to get by?"
Yeah.
But the look on her face is going to make you be like,
And I've been in situations before. One of the situations that aggravate me, like, I'm not going to say the worst, but a situation sometimes that aggravate me is, have you ever been walking through a door and somebody come up behind you, you hold the door for them, and they just walk through and just like, you be like, okay, now I can't really say... "You welcome" like that, because I definitely could have just kept going and not had no courtesy about me. But it's like, what about this person just feel like the world is supposed to do this? Like I'm a doorman. Like it's aggravating.
Yeah.
And it'll change you, because it'll make you not hold the door for nobody else in life. And then usually the next time you don't hold the door for somebody, it's actually a good person. Like people will change you into being a bad person and have you being a bad person to good people.
Yeah.
When it's your turn to be the bad person, you never the bad person to another bad person. You always accidentally squatting on somebody who actually a good person. It seems like that's just the way stuff be working out. So it's like you always gotta, I tell myself all the time, man, like just try to be the realest in the room at all the time. because that's the only way you can really get through it.
Yeah.
What would you have done in that situation, man?
I would have looked when you saw already through your peripheral, but you actually looked. When I looked over, depending on the look on her face, this is probably what I would have did. And what she would have said would have determined how cause I would have been smart with her, but it would have been in a like a slick way.
And even when she got smart, I didn't get smart with her. I actually called her, ma'am. If you would like to get by, you need to say, excuse me.
Exactly.
Like, how come you can't vocalize
It would have been more like how you did it. I don't know what I would have said. I probably said it maybe in a different way or used different words or whatever, but it still would have been like, it would have still been like with calm and with assurance. So I'm looking, I might have looked and be like, did you want to get back? And then she would have been like, yeah, I've been sitting there for da-da-da-da. Then I would have said what you said, like, well, I didn't, I was already here. If you wanted to get by, you should have said, excuse me. When I looked at you, I asked, did you need to get by? So if I don't see you and you're standing there, I don't understand why you mad at the fact that you feel like I should have let you go by. I just asked you, do you need to get by? All you needed to say was, oh, yes, sir, I'm sorry.
And I feel that. But I'm to the point now where like...
You're crusty, something, as you walk by.
Yeah, but I'm trying to really be a better person. And it seems like as soon as you be like, I'm going to be a better person, I'm going to stop just letting random people have it. You get a test, ASAP, or somebody testing you like, so what you going to do? How you going to deal with this? Because this is the exact situation. Like, it's like God be sending it to you. Like, you say you're going to change. Like, what you going to do right here? And so I just be like, I be trying to not even engage. Like, that's why I just looked at her. I seen her face. It was like, and I just was like, okay, yeah, I'm just not. I'm gonna just wait for her to act out of character so that I don't seem crazy. Because I be having to remember too, you a big black dude. So even if you say, what you mean? It come off as, what the f you mean? Like, it look and feel a certain, I had to learn what I look like. So a lot of times I just be like, I'm just fall back.
Sometimes I just let them have that whole moment though too sometimes. So,
Cause she needed it.
Cause I'll be like, boom, she said what she said, I'll just be like, back up, go like this, and to give her nothing.
Yeah, cause she wants you to engage.
Yeah, I give her nothing. Especially if I look and she go back and I look and there's the cop right there. I'm just gonna turn back around and just walk on up out the spot. And
man, the cop ain't want no parts either, man.
Yeah.
He was in there trying to I forget what he even had.
He probably trying to get home.
He like, I'm sorry I even got this uniform on, man. I need to bring a change of clothes, cause
that's probably why she was fronting like that.
She once the cop got in line, she really started turning up. She felt protected. And then the dude in line was like, yeah, she acting all crazy because the cop behind you too. Like, we all know what's going on at this time. She tried to get me killed to a certain degree. In this, where the world is right now, bro, in this climate, bro, she turned up. She was trying to get the cop to do something to me. Like, but that's crazy, man. I just had to put that out there, man. That's something that just happened to me today. That what would you do in that situation, man? What would you do? Hit us up on Instagram. Now I'm talking about _radio, NOMTOMBOUT _radio, man. What would you do in that situation, man? Somebody just giving you hella tube, man, for no reason, man. What you doing in that situation? I'm trying to be the bigger and better person, man. In all aspects right now, man. So, but as soon as you try to be a better person, man, you start getting tests. It's like people can read your energy. They like, yeah, I want to take that energy from you.
He look too peaceful right now.
Man.
He look like he having a good day. How dare him?
How dare you have a good day and my life suck? Like, but it's cool, man, because I've been there before, and I let people turn me into the bad guy before, man, and it took me turning into that to realize that ain't me.
Right.
And it made me want to be who I had been before. Never let nobody turn you, man. Don't let nobody turn you into the bad person. Like, it's worth it to stay 100 with yourself and keep your integrity. Because it don't feel good to let somebody have it after you get done.
Right.
You feel drained, like it really drain your energy. Like, you really be feeling like taking a nap.
Yeah, go home and sleep the rest of the day.
Like,
the rest of the day.
It just make you be like, and then you just be drained. Then you thinking about it like that's a way for people to steal your energy.
That's
right?
weird, bro, because I know that these types of things happen, but I don't know what it's like to be that type of person, though. Mm-hmm. To be that person that actually is doing something to get aroused out of somebody, even if they don't actually even know it. So she went on by her still yapping over another line or whatever. She don't take all that energy with her. She might make her, I'm cussing and stuff, she might not pay attention and run off and hit something, or hit a vehicle, or do something that's just, she just carried that negative energy on with it for the rest of the day.
Never. Yeah.
I ain't never had that in me to where it's like, I'm gonna have a bad day. I'm
Purpose.
Oh man, I don't know.
It's a form of self-hate, man. I've been at the point where I didn't like myself, and the not understanding why you don't like yourself. Not understanding is the fuel to a lot of stuff, a lot of negative energy. Because I feel like we all searching for truth, and we all searching for self-realization. And when a girl turn you down, I'm just using this as an example. When a girl turn a dude down in the streets, and then the dude get mad and cuss her out, he's not mad because she turned him down. He's mad because he doesn't know why she turned him down. It's the not knowing, not understanding is the most aggravating thing, because reason gives you clarity enough to be able to be like, okay, I can deal with that. But when you don't know the reason, it's hard to deal with it because you don't know why. Mm-hmm. Like,